Hello and welcome to the Servlet tutorial 5. My name is Arjun. In the previous tutorial we learned about the configuration of servlets. In this tutorial we are going to learn about InterServlet communication or servlet collaboration. In a typical web application there are thousands of servlets. Say for example in a shopping website there may be a servlet for logging, and then there may be a servlet for payment processing and so on. So the question is, how do these servlets talk to each other or communicate with each other? So let's take an example. If in our application there is a servlet called source servlet, and we want to send some data from this source servlet to this destination servlet, then how do we do that? Apart from this, if we want to do some processing on some time servlet and want the time servlet, and we want the response of this servlet to be added to this destination servlet, so how do we do this? We usually perform this using HTTP servlet request object. If we take some variable, say a planet variable, and put some value, say Mars, in this planet variable, and then we want this value to be available in all of these servlets. So in this tutorial we will learn how to do this. So for doing this we need to use a RequestDispatcher object. So let's quickly create a new dynamic web project. File, new, dynamic web project. Let the project name be let the project name be InterServlet communication. Next. We don't need the web.xml for this example, so just give a finish here. Okay, so let's create a new servlet here. Package name Arjun, and class name source. Next, finish. So here inside this get method, we'll write some code. Say print writer is equal to response dot get writer. Let us print something. Source servlet as I told, we can put some variable inside HTTP servlet request object. So request. By the way, we have this HTTP servlet request object called request here. So request dot set attribute planet Mars. So let's run the application. And the output is source servlet. Suppose we want to go to the destination directly. So in that case, what we will do is we will create another servlet. Java package Arjun, and let the class name be destination, and give a finish. Here we will print something, say response dot get writer dot println, and we will print destination servlet. Now whenever we go to the source servlet, it should forward the request to the destination servlet. Initially it is so happening that if we just save both of the servlets and refresh it, we are on the source servlet itself. So we want to forward the request to the destination servlet. So what we will do is we will create an object of RequestDispatcher. So to access the object of RequestDispatcher, we will use the request object, request dot get RequestDispatcher. This RequestDispatcher needs the path of the destination. So the path of the destination is the URL pattern here. I'll just copy it from here. Copy and paste it here. So this method get RequestDispatcher, it returns an object of RequestDispatcher. So let's create a reference for that. RequestDispatcher rd is equal to request.getRequestDispatcher. There is other way for doing the same. We can also write get servlet context dot get RequestDispatcher. This will also return an object of RequestDispatcher type. So you can use either approach. Now we will just forward the request. Here we need to pass the request object as well as the response object. So this way the request will be forwarded to the destination servlet. Let's save this and refresh it. See, we are actually on source servlet, but the container is internally forwarding our request to the destination servlet. That's why we are running the source servlet itself, but the container is forwarding it to the destination servlet, and we are getting the output of the destination servlet. Here we can also retrieve the parameters, as I told you earlier that this value can be retrieved from any servlet because it is stored in the request scope. So let's retrieve it in the destination servlet. Request.get attribute, and the attribute name is planet. Okay, so we have to print it. So again we will write response.getWriter.println. Let's save this and reload it. See, we are getting the output destination servlet and Mars. There is one more important method here. Suppose we are on the destination servlet. Here the destination servlet is not doing anything meaningful. Suppose we want the current time on the destination servlet, but we don't want to write the code for time here on this destination servlet. We want the output to be processed by some other servlet. Suppose we have a servlet called time servlet, and this servlet will calculate the current time and will give the current time to this destination servlet. So what we need to do is we have to include the response of this time servlet inside this destination servlet. It is just like the header and footer of Microsoft Word. We want the header and footer on every single page. Just like this, we want time on our destination servlet. So how do we do that? We can achieve this by using the include method of RequestDispatcher. So let's do that. So first of all, we will create a new servlet. Java package is Arjun. Class name will be time servlet. Finish. So what the time servlet does is it simply prints the time. So response dot get writer dot println So for printing the time, we have calendar class, calendar dot get instance dot get time. This will print the time. So let us just write time is followed by the current time. So on this destination.java, we will again get a reference of RequestDispatcher. So RequestDispatcher rd is equal to request dot get RequestDispatcher and this time the servlet is time servlet. Just copy this, time servlet. rd dot include. We are going to use the method include to include the response of this time servlet inside this servlet. Again, we have to pass the request as well as response object here. Just save this. This way the output of this time servlet will be added to this destination servlet. Okay, so just go here. First of all, make sure you have saved everything. So save each and everything. Then just refresh this. See, we are on the source servlet. It has forwarded the request to destination servlet, and here on the destination servlet we have included the response of this time servlet. So we are getting everything on a single page. So the final output is destination servlet and Mars, and then the current time. There is one more thing that we can do. We have a method called sendRedirect. Using this sendRedirect method, we can forward the request to some other web application also. So let's do that. For this, we have to use the object of this HTTP servlet response. This response object is what we are going to use. So just type response.sendRedirect, and here we have to type the address of the destination. Suppose we want to go to the google.com. So http://www.google.com. So let me comment this rd.forward out, and we don't need this as well, so just add block comments. Here what we are doing is we are just forwarding this using sendRedirect. So what it will do is it will take us to the google.com. So let's refresh it. So when we refresh it, it is taking us to the google.com. Actually, I'm not connected to the internet, so it's not displaying the web page. But this way we can simply direct the control to some other page. So the question arises, what is the difference between this sendRedirect method and this forward method? So the most important difference between this forward and this sendRedirect is the forward method works. Let me type it here itself. Forward method works within the same web application. While using the sendRedirect method, we can send the control to some other web application also. Since this google.com is outside our web application, using sendRedirect we can send the control to this google.com. Also, when we use this forward method, the container is internally forwarding the request. The web browser is not aware of this. While in case of send redirect, the web browser needs to make a fresh request. You can see it here in the web browser. It is giving a fresh request to the google.com. Hence, the browser is aware of it. Means it is not happening internally inside the container. It is happening externally, and the browser is aware of it. So thanks for watching.